Spikeout Digital Battle Online was released in arcades back in 1998. It was a 3D beat-em-up from Sega. Think of it as a 3D Streets of Rage, only more button combinations and things like that, I think. A follow-up called Slash Out with a medieval fantasy setting was released in 2000, also in arcades. There was also a spin-off called Spiker's Battle, which added a fighting element, was released in 2001, also in arcades. However, it would take 7 years for an actual sequel to the original Spikeout to come out in the form of Spikeout Battle Street for the original Xbox. The story of the game takes place 10 years after the original Spikeout Digital Battle Online. Bad blood remains between Team Spike and Team Inferno after Team Inferno was eliminated from the streets. Now the big boss, Mikhail, even though it's spelled like Michael, and yet they pronounce it in the game as Mikhail. I don't know what happened with the localization in that part. Returns with a fiery new team of Inferno fighters that can't wait to settle the score. Due to the absence of Spike Sr., his son, Spike Jr., must step up to battle his father's nemesis and try to live up to his father's great name. The gameplay is a pretty basic beat-em-up. You have several different attacks: punches, kicks, sweeps, etc. You can use these in various combos to do various amounts of damage. It also helps to do these against walls to multiply the damage. The attacks are easy to perform but challenging to master. You also have a jump attack and a charge attack, the latter of which must be charged up by holding the button down and releasing it, of course. You also have a special attack. This allows you to not only spin around to damage enemies, but you can also pick them up and spin them around. The gameplay is simple, but there is plenty to master. While the regular enemies aren't too much of a pain to get through, when they aren't ganging up on you, that is, most of the bosses, on the other hand, will chew you up and spit you out like no one's business. They have infinite special attacks, and they always have the other cronies with them. Also, they'll sidestep your charge attack. Sometimes their cronies will jump at you and stop your momentum when they attack. Worst part is, you have no chance to recover at all. They can also back you into a corner and really beat upon you, which can cause you to lose a large portion of health. While you can do the same to them though, still, it can be a pain when they gang up on you. Despite this doesn't fix the two fatal flaws that make playing this game hard. Even harder than God Hand, dare I say. First of all, the camera sucks. It puts you in the worst position at times to where you can't make out the action, or you get buried when other enemies gang upon you. Even worse, you can't adjust the camera at all. This was understandable in the arcade game because you didn't have a second joystick. But you do have it on the Xbox, and yet you can't use it at all to fix the camera. For a game to not let you control the camera in 2005, that's pretty bad. Then comes the Double Dragon 3 problem in story mode. One life, no continues. Seriously? Excuse me. What the absolute hell were they thinking? Even worse, you can't access easy mode until you die twice over on the default difficulty normal. May I ask, why is it done like this? Other games let you choose the difficulty at the start, but not this one. Damn you, Sega. Well, if you somehow make it through story mode, you also have Battle Street, a mode which lets you play the stages like the original Spikeout. You can also tweak settings like having continues, a time limit, and friendly fire. What's cool is that you can also unlock bosses in this mode, in addition to unlocking them in story mode. Though it can be a pain to unlock them, you must be on normal mode, get a 4-hit combo on the boss, and not get hit by the boss at all. You can be hit by their goons, but it's still a pain to dodge the main boss. The graphics are good, but it won't blow you away like other games on the Xbox would. The models only seem to be slightly upgraded from the first Spikeout game, and it could pass off as a late Dreamcast game. Still, it does look nice. The stages have really cool designs and are really fun to fight in, especially Astro Mall. And some of the character designs are a bit crazy. This is mostly relegated to the bosses. The sound design is also good. Some sound effects were recycled from the first game, but they still don't stand out of place. The music is also good. Nothing too memorable, but none of it is bad at all. The controls also work decently enough as well. Everything works as it should, and there are a few different control schemes to choose from. Or you can make your own control scheme, which is a major plus. The game also had online co-op, but with the discontinuation of the original Xbox Live, this is sadly no longer possible. But you can do LAN tunneling with X-Link Kai since the game does support System Link. Also, the bosses could easily be unlocked when playing along with other people online who had them unlocked. Spikeout Battle Street is, well, I'm not sure how to describe how I fully feel about it. On one hand, it looks nice, controls well, sounds great, and can be played locally with up to 3 other players. However, the camera isn't good, one life no continues and story mode is unforgivable, unlocking bosses can be a pain, and the online co-op is no longer possible. Would I recommend this game? Hard to say. On one hand, if you played the original, you'll probably find some enjoyment out of it, or if you like beat 'em ups that are hard and will give you a run for your money a la Streets of Rage, I say go for it. If you're not good at beat 'em ups though, or hate the one life no continues crap, you might just want to rent it, borrow it from a friend, or avoid it altogether. It's not a terrible game, but it could have been fixed up a bit better. I give Spikeout Battle Street a 3 out of 5.